Hey, it's the Al Capone of the microphone. Be sure to subscribe to ManDeleon Live.
Are you in need of a fresh, new, fabulous look? Do you have an event planned? Now is the time to contact me, Gigi. By the time you leave, you'll not only be looking good, but feeling even better. So wait no more and schedule a makeover with me, Gigi, today. It's time to get beautified, girlfriend. Treat yourself. You deserve it.
ManDeleon, straight with no chaser, is sponsored by theloveradio.com. No chaser. I'ma give it to you straight with no chaser. Next on ManDeleon, straight with no chaser, join me as I speak with urban fiction author Silvino D. Wordsmith as we talk about two of his novels, Merry Christmas and Ladies' Way. Two must-read novels for those who love street fiction. Next on ManDeleon, straight with no chaser. Hey, what's going on? It's the one and only ManDeleon, the Al Capone of the microphone, and I want to welcome everybody to ManDeleon, straight with no chaser. And tonight, man, we got a special guest, as you've seen in the intro. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my man along. We got the one and only Silvino. Why? I just said, what is going on? We got my man Silvino D. Wordsmith.
Wordsmith.
What's going on?
Man, what's good, man? What's good with you, baby?
Oh, man. Thank you for stopping by, coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So, like I say, my man is a author of urban fiction. And for those who don't really understand what that means, we're going to get into that in a little bit. But I want my man to kind of, just tell everybody like a little bit about himself, and, and then how do you kind of get into, becoming an author altogether?
Definitely. A little bit about myself. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, originally.
Okay.
Shout out to Cleveland, always 10, baby.
Oh, yeah, I got some.
Always 10, man. My family are watching, man.
I got some
Okay. But anyway, originally from Cleveland, but I've been in Georgia for a long time. College Park, Georgia, man. ATL, College Park. Shout out to all my College Park family. But man, I just been a real avid reader, man, since I was like little. I love to read, read anything I can get my hands on. So, that just really, from my love of reading, it kind of transitioned into my writing books because I always been a writer. I mean, poems, short stories, novels, anything you name. I mean, I wrote. I mean, I wrote for a release. I wrote for fun. I mean, I wrote just to be writing. But kind of as I got older, I got away from that. Life came, and I got away from that. So I got in my probably late 30s. I kind of got back into it. I ended up saying, you know what, I might want to get back into it. So I really dived back into it, but I was like playing with it right before COVID hit, and around the time COVID came, I had a chance to sit down. I sat down for a while. So when I sat down, that's when I really dedicated myself. Like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I mean, and I'm the type of person. Once I set my mind to it, I'm gonna do it. It's not that hard for any. I tell anybody, the hardest part of writing is getting started. Because everybody like, oh man, I got this story, I got this book, man, and I got this, and that's all they got is tough. The hardest part is to actually sit down and start. Once you start, I mean, like it'll just start flowing. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, people when I tell them the same thing. The hardest part is starting.
Right. Okay. So when you said you kind of like got back into it, and so what was like obviously you got some books out that's right now.
Yes.
What was like and then I know you have like several books that outside of the ones that you actually have published and it's out, that's on the shelf waiting to come.
Wait.
So what was it like though? Like, what was that first book? or what was that first one that you kind of was just like, I don't know, maybe like, what was that first book that you was really proud of that that you put out and you was like, okay.
My first book, my baby, and I can't even front my baby. I haven't even putting it out yet. It's like I was waiting for the right moment. It's like my first one is like I had a dream. This really got me back into writing. I had a dream. And so when I had my dream, it's like, sometimes the dream could seem like so vivid and so real. And like when I woke up, I was like, man, I ain't played out like a movie in my head. But I didn't have at that time, I didn't have the resources and I didn't have the means and the tools to actually make a movie. So but I was like, well, I might not be able to make a movie right now, but I can definitely start writing about it. So and that's when I was like, a light bulb went off, like, man, you might want to get back into that writing. So I started writing and like once I started, I couldn't stop me. It's like I had rekindled the love I had for writing. I just went to writing. And then the first book that I published, and that's like that became my baby because the one that I wrote, Triple Threat, it never came out. But when I finally published one, I was like, man, I'm like, I did it. I mean, I'm there. I mean, and
Right.
I was so ready. I was like, man, I can keep on doing this. I'm like, what is nothing? I mean, I'm ready to take off. But like I said, life come at you. So I kind of paused a little bit, but then I ended up publishing another book. I went through another publishing company, somebody that I was messing with at the time, and it was a short story, and it didn't turn out like I wanted. I mean, the book sales wasn't really there because it didn't get promoted like it should. But that little setback, it wasn't like, man, I wasn't crushed. Like, man, I can't. All that did was make me like, you know what? I need to start doing this myself. So that's when I came with my own publishing label, my own imprint, and started publishing my own books. But I just started doing on a smaller scale.
Okay. So is that where Merry Christmas and then the
Ladies' Way.
Ladies' Way come in?
Yeah, that's where Merry Christmas and Ladies' Way came in. Like I said, that's when I decided that I wanted to do my own thing. I didn't want nobody to have to hold my hand and have to wait on somebody like, well, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. I didn't have to wait for all that. It came to the point, well, I'm gonna do my own. I'm gonna walk this baby from beginning to end. I'm gonna birth it. I'm gonna do whatever you need to do. I'm gonna get it out. This is my baby. So I mean, that's what Ladies' Way and Merry Christmas came in at.
Which is first? Which one was first?
Ladies' Way came first, and then Merry Christmas.
Okay. So are they connected? Are they like sequel? Or
No, they're totally separate. They totally separate. See, the only ones I like, the first one I wrote was called Triple Threat. Now that's really like, it was so big, I broke that down into like 3 parts. And then that's the only one that's really connected. The rest of them are standalone books. I mean, Ladies' Way, it takes place in between Atlanta and Miami. Merry Christmas takes place in a whole other city. I mean, it's totally different characters and everything. I mean, like I say, I just really, I use, like I say, I try to, like normal, like a lot of, I mean, this is not a knock on anybody or nothing, but a lot of urban fiction books that was coming out at that time when I was writing, it was, everybody was selling 10 bricks. Everybody was killing 1,000 people. I mean, don't get me wrong, for Hollywood, it's good, but I call myself, I'm a wordsmith, so I mean, I can't do what the average person does because a wordsmith, I mean, I'm not just an author. Like I said, I call myself a wordsmith. So in order to be a wordsmith, I need to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? I need to have a better grasp on the English language and play with words. I like to play words. I mean, I like symbols and metaphors. I like to do all that. Because when I was younger, I did the little rapping thing when I was younger. I mean, little writing when I was real young. So, I try to play on words a lot. So, like some of my favorite authors, I used to Eric Jerome Dickey. And I don't know if it's maybe like James Patterson. And so, I kind of adopted my style. I mean, if if Eric Jerome Dickey and James Patterson had a virtual child, it would be
Right.
Silvino the Wordsmith. I mean, that's how I feel my writing style is. I mean, I took a little bit of like small engaging chapters from over here, and I took like I do like a lot of little plot twists, and I do like I'm gonna lead you like you think it's going this way, then the last me like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. I mean, I just try to do stuff different, man. I just didn't want to be the same old.
So like give us like a short synopsis like of each of those books, like starting with Ladies Way, like just without telling everything.
Without telling everything, if I tell everything, they want to go find. I mean,
like if I was to open up the and read what it's about, like give me that.
Okay, well, Ladies Way. I'm gonna start it out. Ladies Way. It's really about.
Now don't tell me the story. Now, I'm gonna
give you the clip notes.
You take your glasses on, like you got to tell the movie.
Oh no, I ain't gonna do that. I just need you to see me. I just need you to see me.
Okay, we good.
I got you. I ain't gonna tell the whole thing. It's just like it's really about. It's about a female. It takes place starting down there in Miami. Down there. Little Haiti and all that. The Haitians run deep down there, so. It was just like it started out like a little turf war between a girl's brother, really a girl's brother, and the Haitians. So without telling me this, I can give this a little bit right here without telling the story. Okay. The girl's brother, he ends up real early in the story. He's a big player, but he ends up pulling his sister in. He didn't want to because she didn't even know what was going on for the majority of her life. She never knew what he did and what his life entailed. Okay. But the situation came and he had to pull her in. So once he pulled her in, I mean, he felt like, it really tore him to pieces that he had to bring a little sister in. So he ended up getting killed. And she took over, but she's not want to be some queen pin. Her thing, she wanted to clean up the hood. So everything she did involved cleaning up the hood. By any means necessary, I'm going to clean up the hood. Okay.
All right. So that's like, and so now I can assume her name is Lady, because she going to do it her way, right? Because now she's trying to do it her way. Oh, okay. Now, yeah. Now see, look, I'm fast. Look,
I see you.
Okay. All right. So Merry Christmas. Now tell me what that's about. Cause both of them stand out. At first, that sounded interesting. Like I was seeing the movie. Like I don't even know. I was like I was watching the movie already. Like I have my stack.
I'm trying. I'm throwing the hook out there. I'm trying to reel you in. I'm trying to reel you in. If I have something, we'll throw it out there.
Hey, we gonna find somebody. But tell me about Merry Christmas.
Okay. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's once again Christmas. It's a female. Her name is Christmas. But they call her Chrissy for short or whatever. So it's really a play on words. It's not a holiday story like you would think. Like I said, once again, I play with words. So it's not Merry Merry Christmas. Right. It's Merry as in marriage type. So it's she's living her life, and she has a dude that she's enamored with. Like, let me see, I'm gonna say that. So he doesn't know her, but she's been seeing him over here, over there, over here. So she's locked in. Like, this is somebody I really can get into.
Right.
So now she's doing under the table, nothing shady, but she's doing little things to put herself in position to Merry Christmas. But like I said, he doesn't know all this is going on. So when he overheard this and he got this going on over here, he got a situation going over here, he got like 3-4 different situations going on. So he like, man, because he's not some big old player. He's none of that. He's your IBM straight. Narrow,
straight
horn rim, yeah. Oh yeah, he's just
corporate corporate, every
Yeah,
by the book,
man, yeah.
by the
He's
book
that
type.
he's
Okay,
that guy there. So having 2-3 females is all new to him, man. I mean, it's like, whoa. I mean, he don't know what to do with it, but he's not trying to live that life. He's not about that life. So
right.
I mean, that's it. That's it.
So like I say, like I already can see them joints. Like I need to be able to watch them because I ain't gonna lie, like I can read. You know what I'm saying? I'm not illiterate, but I'm one of the people. I got a short attention span. Like I got an issue. Like I like if I hear something, like I see people be reading and all kind of stuff be going on around them, I'll be like, man, that couldn't be me. I hear something,
But
I'm
see,
like,
look, listen, I understand all that. See, that's why, like I said, when I first started writing my books, that's why I made real short chapters. I made page turners. I didn't want to make a 50-page chapter. I made
right,
two, three
okay,
page chapters. So it'll be a page turn. I mean, and
okay.
that's really what I'm not going. I'm telling you, I'm giving it all away. Really, I haven't been doing my books, promoting them like I should lately, because I've been looking into other avenues. I've been looking at script writing, because I see, and that's another reason why I'm starting to push my books now, because I got like 3-4 that I have to get out there, because I want to see like the feedback and how people take it, and let me know like, okay, which one I need to start working on this script play. I mean, script now, because I'm trying to jump into the movie making head first.
But you look,
I don't have to be behind the camera, but I
right.
want to get to the script writing.
Well, look. Well, you definitely got the stories, man. Hold up, man. Grab that book, man. Hold that book up, man. Let me see. Yeah, man. Let me look. Let me put that thing close. Yeah, let me see that. That's what's up, man. I like that right there, man. Yeah, promote that thing.
Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, man.
That's what we doing right now, man. We promoting that thing, man. We gotta let these
all
people
all that. See that guy? Who is that handsome man on the back? Hold on, I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. That's all I do is promote. Look, I love to promote, man. I love to promote myself. I love to promote my team, man. I love to promote. Hold on. Because I gotta promotion, baby. Come on.
Hey,
I'm for the people, baby. I'm for the people.
My man, that's what's happening. Look, yeah, that's love right there. That's love right there. And that thing look clean right there. That thing look slick right there. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. That's love right there.
Yeah, man, it's love them on this show. It's love them on this show.
See, man, see how I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. Give me this platform. Give me this opportunity.
But this ain't about me. This ain't about me, man. This about Silvino. And
you don't have to tell me 2 times. Hey, you throw me an alley-oop, I'm gonna dunk it. I've been a baller all my life. You throw me an alley-oop, I'm gonna dunk that guy, guaranteed.
Hey, so tell me this, like, because you told me like, yeah, I started out right, and I was reading, I like to read and everything, but like, you just made it seem like, you just came out the gate like, yeah, I just wrote a whole story. I just wrote a whole book, like, oh, I had a dream and I wrote a book, like. So, but like really, like, because I know like they interested in, like you got some, like you say you do wordsmith. So yes. I know it's not just like you writing a story, like it go even little deeper when you doing it. So where you really like coming up with these stories, like, and I don't want to be like, I don't want you to tell me your secrets. I'm just saying like, what's your inspiration for the stories that you got?
Listen, I promise everybody has their own keys to success. I mean, whatever it is in business and whatever. I mean, no cap. Literally, I mean, it's like if an idea just pop in my head, I mean, I could be. It doesn't matter where it comes from. Inspiration. I mean, I could be sleep, a dream, or I can know somebody. I can know just say a female I know, and we went to elementary school together, and I mean, and I can see like, man, I remember one time I'm not going to use her life, but I mean, I could just, I take care. And my baby, I got to say, my baby, she always calls me nosy. She calls me a detective, but I pay attention to detail because I'm a writer, so on every little small detail I pay attention to. I mean, I may not have to look at you to see my peripheral. I mean, so I see what's going on around me. So when I see little thing, to me, any little action somebody does, that's a character in my mind. I mean, anything I see somebody do, oh, I can use that as a character later on. I mean, I may juice it up a little bit or make it more Hollywood style. But like I said, anything I run across, any little, if the way you talk, if you have a unique sounding voice, I mean, whatever it is, all that's characters in my head. Now once I get the characters, I had to find a place to put it. I mean, it's simple as that. I mean, I can file the character in my head for years and years and years. And then once I find a place to put them, I just drop right in. I mean, like I say, to me, it just comes natural. It's not like that for everyone. I mean, I can't tell the next person to do that, but and I never believe. I'm not gonna say I never believe this, but I never realized this. I really think that, like, far as like writing and that actual skill, I think that's a trait. I mean, I swear, like, passed down from, I don't know, from my mother or from my father, because my older brother, and I didn't know this, he was in the military. He retired from the military. Shout out to the Silverback, but he retired from the military. He did like 21 years in the military. But when he was over in wherever he was at, Iraq, Serbia, Uganda, wherever he was at, he wrote a book of poetry. I didn't find this out till 10, 15 years later. He wrote a book of poetry. So he goes and does spoken word and stuff like that. My younger brother right now, he does like little stand up. I mean, not stand. He does like acting in small parts. So I mean, he does acting. But before then, he did. I mean, he like toured with all type of folks, and he was in Florida like a local celebrity. So he wrote music and stuff. So I mean, we all do some. My younger brother writes raps and music. My older brother writes poetry, and I write stories. So I mean, it's all like entangled, intertwined. So I mean, it's like, I don't know if it's like in my genes or what. I mean, it just comes naturally to me.
That's what's up. Hey, and since you were speaking about the military, my man Poetic Keys came in. He said, "Big bro, I'm Nick's partner from the Army. Tank, keep it pushing, fam. This is dope. Love is love, King."
Okay. Okay. I see you. Poetic Keys. I mean, Big Tank. Yeah. That's one of the Silverback. That's my older brother Silverback. Yeah. He think it's gorilla, but yeah, that's one of my brother partners.
That's what's up. I just wanted to make sure.
I appreciate that, Tank.
Yeah, but so it's kind of like, it's a good thing that you kind of like doing what you're doing. And we got another celebrity slid up in here. We got my man DJ King Royal come up in here. What's happening? Like my man sipping on something good. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Water and everything. I gotta stay hydrated. I do a lot of talking. I gotta keep a voice right.
Definitely. My man Gregory White up in here saying good shit. Jump shot, one love.
Jump shot, my boy. Appreciate you checking in. Jump shot, my boy.
Right. So you got like all these stories. Like, I know, like, you get really excited, right? We could talk about this all night.
Definitely.
Right. But do you think, like how long you think it's gonna be before you get, like you told me, I know we had spoke before, and you were telling me like, yo, you got like a lot of books on the shelf right now, like, and now that you're at the point where you really want to transition into really doing like the movies, like, cause some of those just go straight to movie and never see the book and just go straight to transcript and then we see the movie first.
Trust me, I have like 3. I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna say I have 2 for sure that I don't even want to put that in a book. I mean, I really want to straight to the theater, small screen, big screen, whatever screen it is. Don't even matter. Go to your phone. I don't care. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, because the story I'm telling, and I'm gonna say that sometimes reading a book, you can get more out of it because you can like when you write, you can get deeper into a scene. But when you seeing it on film, sometimes you can get the emotion deeper out of it. Like you can really you can't get the emotion. You can read, but you really can't get the physical emotion out of the book. But once you see it on screen, you can get to the emotion. And like you say, I have a lot of books that I'm trying to get into, and it's not even a point that now, like, well, yeah, now I feel it's about time. No, it's not that. I'm going to keep it real. I'm getting older, man. I mean, hey, like a lot of people ain't even seen this on my face. I'm getting older, so
Right.
I feel like I don't want to keep putting in 110% using my back when I can put in 115% of using my brain. I mean, 'cause I always been a thinker. I always been a smart person. I mean, I act like it all the time, but I always had a little sense. So now I feel like instead of keep breaking my back to get somebody else paid working 50, 60 hours a week, tearing my back up, I can put in that same amount of time using what I have up here and make triple more than that. And it all goes to me. I don't have to worry about nobody else here handing me this, handing me that. No, I'm going to start doing for me now.
Rationing it out.
Yeah, I signed a check in a minute. I will do that.
Right, exactly. Definitely. So where do so we know you want to do the movies now, you got the books, but like, so where you really see this, like, because like how soon do you really see that you can really start coming out with these movies? Because like you got me excited now. Like I'm really like, I'm ready to show up at the premiere. Like, you know what I mean? Like we need to get this thing rolling. Like, so what's like one of the names of can you tell the names of some of the other ones that might be on the rise and kind of,
like the first one I really want to do is I have one called Born to Ball. It's called Born to Ball. I mean, I'm gonna give you a quick little synopsis, quick little storyline. Okay, because I'm not gonna put this in a book. I mean, that's guaranteed. But it's like, say, two brothers. They're really half brothers. So they grew up around each other until they're like 3 years apart. So when one of them was like 2, the other, no, just I'm gonna say between when one of them was 5 and the other one may have been 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the father passed. So neither one of them stayed with the father. So they both stayed with their respective mothers. So once the father passed, they didn't have that connection because one of them, the oldest one, the one that's 8, his mother was married to the man. So the one that was 5, his mother was I don't want to say side piece because she didn't even know what was going on, but she was the one that was on the side. So the oldest mother, she didn't want no parts of the other baby mother. So so from the time they were like 5 and 8 respectively for like the next 15 years, they didn't even know each other. Just so happy, later on in life, one of them is like 21st birthday, the other was like 24. Both of them passed, took a different way in life. So, but they both, in their own mind, respective mind, they both ballers. One of them balling on a shooting level, the other one balling on he's in the game. So he's in the game. So that's how their paths cross. So and now it takes place in Atlanta. I'm gonna give you that. So now it's like, you have the door.
Don't tell too much. Don't tell too much.
You're right. I'm gonna go and cut right there. I'm gonna stop right there. Too
much. But look, so I want to kind of clear something up. Something I said in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So people, they got like all these different interpretations of like the type of books, right? So when I say, like urban fiction or street fiction, they might call, like, so your interpretation, what's the difference between that, like between just any other, like any other the genre, like the genres when it comes to,
it has a lot of different names, but we call it, a lot of people of our nationality, our race, our people, they might call them hood novels because it's the stuff that we see growing up as Black people. No matter if you're from the hood, you from the projects, you from the suburbs, but it's regular. You have regular fiction. That's whatever a made up story, a tale. I mean, fiction, something that somebody's mind made up. But
Right.
when you get into the urban fiction, when you get into the hood fiction, when you get into that's the genre that's based on our lifestyle. It's based on the lifestyle that we live, that we see every day growing up, or going through the streets, of from your mothers to your grandmothers to us now to the ones up under us. It's what we see every day. That's what urban fiction is based. Just like when you have music, you have pop, you have a music that's based and that's centered on each. I don't want to say. I would say I'm going as far as say nationality. Like you have like pop, that was based on that's pop, and rock and roll was like what Caucasians or white, whatever they want to call it. I mean, that's what they brought to the table. Country music. Then you had salsa. That's meringue. That's what the Hispanic brought to the table. And then you get into the rap and R&B and soul. That's what we brought to the table. So when you transition into the book writing, to the storytelling, it takes on those same characteristics, those same personas. So when you get into the fiction, I mean, you have this over here. When you get into the urban fiction, that's based on the urban lifestyle. Not saying it has to have all black characters, all that, but it's just what we see and what we deal with on a daily basis.
Right. I mean, and so the way I look at it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I look at it, so it's more of a grimy perspective, like the stuff that like, because like sometimes, like, you can't tell. Sometimes people try to tell you a story, but it's like watered down because it's some stuff that you're missing, and then the stuff that you're missing is some stuff that you couldn't believe that could happen because for some reason you couldn't believe that it could be us doing these type of things. So you would leave that out the story. So,
like you go to this restaurant, you heard about, they cook this macaroni and cheese, and you looking like, man, this ain't no macaroni and cheese. But when you go to your people's house, you get this macaroni and cheese come out of this oven, and you like, man, this is what I'm talking about right here. I mean, it's the same way when you get these books. I mean, when you have some people like, it's talking about us.
Only thing got some macaroni and cheese that I want out of the box is the elbow noodles. When you first get the elbows out. Other than that, don't be give me no macaroni and cheese out the box.
Only do it. That's a waste. That's a waste. Don't waste that. Don't waste it like that. I'm trying to tell you, don't waste that fiction like that. Don't waste them words like that. Don't waste my time like that.
Right, but
I mean, we represent when we write urban fiction. Like I say, no, you might have some other writers that write in the same genre, but like I said, but when I write this urban fiction, when the Wordsmith write it, I'm writing the stuff that we seeing, that we doing. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like I said, that's why I try to do something different, because that's why I write hood novels, because like I say, every character in my book is not a dope dealer. Every character in my book is not a killer. Every character in my book is not having 5, 6 females. I mean, like I said, I have corporate people, I have school teachers, I have doctors, I have whatever. I have all that in my books. I have everyday janitors in my book. I got all that in my book, because that's what we do.
They be in the hood, like it's just everyday life. Like
everybody, come on, man. That's what we do.
Because it's like you said, like when you were saying earlier, when you look around, there's characters, all these different characters.
Yeah.
All these people make up everything. So it's everyday life. Hey, we got another lovely lady that slid up in here. We got the lovely Nikki that came.
Hey, that's the Silverback, man. He crazy, man. He crazy.
Oh, that's a bruh.
That's big bro, man.
Excuse me.
Man,
bruh.
you good. Hey, look, that ain't all. That's all about.
I'm looking at the spelling.
That's all. Yeah, and see, look, guess what? Blame it on my mama, because she did it on purpose. She didn't want a name because she said, I don't want nobody to think that's a nickname.
All right, but shout out to him. Look, he said folks don't understand or know the story.
I'm trying to bring it to you, boy. I'm trying to bring it. He keep you, like I said, and I told you I'm working on something new, and I ain't even told him yet. But like I said, he writes poetry, so the next story I do, I'm going to turn it into a movie too. But it's like, you know how you have, when you watch a movie, you have somebody narrating. See how one, and I'm gonna put it out there. So if anybody steal my idea, it is what it is. But I'm gonna write the story, and I want him to narrate with his poetry. I mean, his poetry be the backdrop, be the narration to my story, to my book.
Dope. Yeah, I mean, they can take it, but it ain't gonna be those words or the poems or
It's not gonna be the wordsmith. It's not gonna be the wordsmith.
Yeah, guys. So yeah, it ain't because like look, because most things are already recycled, redone, but it's all about the flavor that you put on and how you do it.
Definitely.
Like if somebody be like, man, look, the simplest thing you can cook, if you to cook the steak, and there's only so many ways you can cook that steak. I mean, I know it's a lot of ways you can cook it. I'm gonna cook myself. There's a whole bunch of ways you can get down. But my point is, like, man, it's a steak. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But you gotta put your own flavor on it.
Got to.
So because other than that, it might be tough. But but for sure, man. So now that you kind of so what's next? Like, we already know you doing a book, like you want to do the movies, you got the books on deck. Like what's next? Like, what's really like, or that is what's next. Like that's the move right there.
No. I mean, that's not the move. See, right now, look, I love hats. I mean, every time anybody see me, they know I love hats, man. So I can put 2-3 different on at one time, and I'm gonna do that, man. So I try to. I don't want to spread myself too thin, but like I said, I'm trying to build generational wealth. I'm trying to be comfortable for myself, for my family, for my people. That's what I'm trying to do. So the books is just one of the avenues to get to where I'm trying to go. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to start. I'm getting ready to start my own LLC. I mean, in the next couple of weeks, whatever. I'm trying to get into my LLC because I mentioned this to you too. I'm trying to get into like dealing with properties and all that, because I'm trying to, like I say, I'm through working. It's almost over with, man. I'm 6'5", almost 6'5", and I'm no longer an athlete, man. So I can't keep doing all that bending down, picking up off the floor no more. I'm not gonna do that. This is all I want to pick up. I want to pick up pens, books, papers, and checks. That's all I want to pick up from here on out. And telephone, make that call. So I'm trying to get into the properties and see, and all of it like kind of ties in, because if I can get into the properties, like far as commercial or residential, like real estate, I can start if I get into the property like commercial, I can get this warehouse, and I mean, I don't have to be the next Tyler Perry, but I can start using that to make a little part of a studio here, so I can start not only me film, but other people can film in there and use it for whatever they want to use, for videos or movie shoots, and like it all ties in together. I'm trying to build a team, man. I'm trying to build a team, and I'm trying to build some wealth. I'm trying to get it for me and my people.
That's what's up, man. See, and see, I'm glad you're saying that, because we just need more of that. So many times we got people out here, they get it, and then they be like, I got it. Or they get it. You might employ some people, but you be treating them like, like they less than.
You're trying to sit on it. You're trying to sit on it. You're not trying to distribute. You ain't trying to do none of that. Me, I made it by myself. Nah, I mean, yeah, you might have been the one. You might have been the one to make it, but like I said, but it's always gonna be somebody else putting something putting something in. But don't be the one that's always putting something in, but you're not giving it back out. Or don't be the always one, you taking something from here, but then you're not giving it back out. I mean, don't be that guy. I mean, I've never been that guy there. So I mean, I'm trying to build, like I said, I have family, I have friends. I mean, anybody that's in my circle, I'm not at the point where I can financially or physically or far as job, I can't help anybody. But like I said, I can, with the stuff I've been learning, I can give my knowledge. I can get anything that I know, anything I think I know, I can give that out for right now. And at a later time, guess what? Now, I might be able to help you in another way, because I tell you, I'm an avid reader. So, I'm still, I'm looking at my books and how I can change my storyline. Like I said, I'm also I'm taking seminars, I'm doing classes online, I'm doing all type of stuff right now, every day, all day. I'm doing this because I'm trying to get out the situation I'm in, so I get in a better situation.
Definitely. So like mentorship and like doing other shit and being able to just, like knowledge is key, So it ain't always like a monetary, you know, something that you can give to somebody. You know, just being able to give back and have those discussions, especially with young men. You know, to be able to have those discussions and kind of
Definitely.
plant that seed of, you know, and get people in the right direction. That's definitely always a good avenue or a good way, you know, another way of giving back, you know, because a lot of times, you know, giving back is not just, you know, like, man, I'm gonna build this and I'm gonna do this and that and then put my name on this building, and then we don't see you know. So
Time, man, time is all. Time is just as important, it's just as precious as money, as anything you can give. Time, because that's like, because time is like the one thing that you can give, but you can't get that back. I don't care, you can never get that back. So you have that's like one of the most valuable things on this earth. To a real talk, time is one of the most valuable things, one of the most precious things you have, because you can't get it back.
that's for sure. Because oof, you know, you don't realize that till, you know.
Yeah. They start catching up with you.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what? But I definitely appreciate the time that you know that I've been blessed with, because a lot of us ain't here,
Definitely.
ain't seen that, you
Yep.
know. So
I'm not regretting it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm
yeah,
still here. I'm still kicking. Loving
so
my life.
and because you know what, you know, because that be the problem though. So many times, right? Because so many times, right, we act like we got time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So many times we be dealing with stuff like, man, I got time, man. Like, not realizing like you ain't got time. Like, the stuff
For
can
real.
change like tomorrow. It could be it could
And
change like, and then the stuff that you thought you had time for is gone.
that's like, not meaning to cut you off, but that's like where I'm at right now, because like, far as dealing with like my books and see, dealing with like properties and real estate, this is stuff I thought about years and years and years ago. I just, like I say, I wasn't in a position to do it, and I was like, man, I got time. Like my books, I got time, man. I mean, but now, hell, I wake up now, I'm like, damn, all that time I thought, I mean, I didn't realize. I mean, ain't that time ain't there no more. I mean,
You woke up like Rip Van Winkle and was like,
it's
damn,
like,
yeah,
you always heard this growing up. They always say, "Oh, never put out tomorrow what you can do today." No, everybody knows that, but when people say it, they just say it and don't mean it. So I mean, I've said 1,000 times, it don't mean it. But see, like I say, now every time when I say it, I mean, I mean it. Now I'm not putting off nothing if I can help it. I'm not putting off nothing. I mean, like I said, I'm at the stage of my life now. It's crunch time, man. I'm like, it's like the end of the fourth quarter. I'm going into overtime, so I can't keep playing like I did in the first, second, and third quarter. See, now it's time. Now it's time to get serious. Now, I mean, in sports, I'm locked down defense now. I'm ready now. Hey, it is what it is.
right, exactly. So we at crunch time, like you say. So it's that, you know, like like one of my favorite movies. I don't know if this is a good quote, but I don't know if I don't know how good I don't know how well you know the movie The Mac, right? But it's a point in the song they be
No, I
like,
know the
now
Mac.
is the time. You know that song where they be in the club. Now is the time. Like like when the sisters be singing, right? But like, cause I mean, and that's it always be in my head. Cause when every time somebody say that, that'd be the first thing that popped in my head. I'll be like, oh yeah, like, you know, cause that's like a hype, like,
Yeah,
like that's that get me amped. Like that's one of my favorite joints.
yeah,
I don't,
great.
you know, look, that's just me. I'm, you know, like I'm in Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta for a minute, but you know, I'm originally from the land, from around that way.
Always 10, baby. Come on, man.
So,
Always 10.
so, you know that Ohio player, you know, is always in me.
Always.
But yo, man, I definitely appreciate you, man, for coming on the show, man. Um, you know, I definitely want everybody to go check out those books, man. Ladies Way and Merry Christmas.
Check them
You
out,
know,
baby. Check them out. Appreciate you.
and definitely be on the lookout for man, be on the lookout for these movies. Yeah, man, go ahead and put that thing, put that book to the screen, let them see let him see that thing, man. What we talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? He got some, you know what I'm saying? He got some grown, sexy women on the covers. You know, you be like, man, who that? You know, like back in the day when they used to have Fabio on the covers. You know,
yeah.
he got the, you know, he got the chocolate. He got the Nubian sisters on the cover.
Definitely. Gotta represent, baby.
But yeah, man, like I say, man, I definitely appreciate you for coming. Hey, so other than, so we know that you got stuff coming up, like just, is there anything that's just like about to happen immediately that they can look out for, or just the fact that let everybody know where they can go find these books at?
Okay, definitely. I mean, after right now, you know, I don't have nothing fresh and new baking coming out, but you know, Amazon, you can go to Amazon. Merry Christmas is on Amazon. You go to Amazon Books. You got Merry Christmas. You got Ladies Way, both on Amazon. You got the ebooks on sale for 99 cents. If that's your thing, you got to print books. I mean, check them out, man. Check them out. Let me know what your boy hitting on. Let me know what you're hitting on, man. I mean, hey, I do this, but let me know I do this. I mean, don't have me sitting thinking I'm like, oh yeah, I'm that guy. And then he really wasn't all that, man. Let me know what's going on, man. Tell me what that mean. I want to know. I want to know.
And whoever watching this, if you get to the end of this video, if you get to the end of this show and you hear what my man just said right there, you go read that book and you leave a comment in the chat and you let my man know. Look, and look, and you hit him up. You say, look, man, Silvino, man, this is one of the best urban fiction books I ever read.
Let me know.
This sound like something some people in my neighborhood. Like this sound like some, like I know them folk. Like
definitely. Let me know.
No, but I definitely appreciate you for coming on, man. We got my man Silvino D. Wordsmith. Much love.
Wordsmith. Hold on, let me get it right. The Wordsmith, Silvino. Wordsmith. I'm flexing on him. Appreciate you having me once again. Appreciate you, man. My God.
For sure. Hey, I'm gonna have a website up soon where folks can get those, man. They need to go ahead and have them Al Capone and the microphones for the summer. Appreciate you. Much love and success, bro.
Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate you.
All right. And there you have it, man. We have my man, author of urban fiction, some of the greatest stories ever told, my man Silvino D. Wordsmith. Go check it out. Like I said, and man, go subscribe to the channel, ManDeleon Live, and be on the lookout for, you know, some more interviews, man. And then go check out some of my prior ones, right? And I'm out of here, man, like a breeze through the trees. And when I'm gone, I'm taking all the leads. Much love and success. Y'all stay blessed.